This is from the Daily Beast. It says, the Office actor Rainn Wilson, who obviously played Dwight Schrute, came a bit too close to embodying his inflammatory TV character, Dwight Schrute, on Wednesday when he tweeted a poor attempt at a joke about transgender people. He tweeted, quote, TIL, you can no longer say nursing or breastfeeding mother. You have to say chest-feeding person. Just FYI. That was the tweet, which I guess is supposed to be, that's not even a joke. That's just true. That's like what the left is trying to do. They're trying to supplant breastfeeding with chest feeding. So he tweeted this, and then, but then he tweeted an apology. I think we have the actual tweet from him. He tweeted an apology. He said, yesterday I tweeted a mean crack about breastfeeding versus chest feeding. After speaking with some trans friends and educating myself a bit more, I want to apologize for the tweet. It was adding to misinformation and meanness. I'm sorry. So, of course, he immediately caves. What he originally said was not even a joke or a crack about trans people. He was pointing out that chest feeding has become the new PC term of art, which is true. But then he had to apologize for that because he was educated by his trans friends. Educated about what exactly? What did they teach you is what I want to know. And the thing about this whole breastfeeding versus chest feeding thing is that it doesn't even make sense. Okay, even on the left-wing premise here, it doesn't make sense. It's exactly like the Latinx Latinx thing. Well, we need to have Latinx because it's gender neutral. Hispanic is already gender neutral. You could say Latin, and that's gender neutral. So along with all the other problems of Latinx, the first problem is that it's not, by your own premise, it's not necessary. And it's the same thing here. Chest and breast, these are synonyms, essentially. Like, men have breasts. There's a reason why men can get breast cancer. It's rare, but men can actually get breast cancer. It's rare because they have less breast tissue, but men have breasts. And the words are basically used interchangeably. So it's a distinction actually without a difference in the first place. So when we're told by the left that, we need to say chest feeding instead of breastfeeding because it's more inclusive, that doesn't make any sense. The two words are synonymous. Now, what the left will say in response to that is, well, if they're the same, then why can't you just change it? If it means the same thing anyway, then why not just say chest feeding instead of breastfeeding? No. That's not, once again, I don't have to provide that explanation to you. No, it's more like, why should we change it? If it's basically a distinction without a difference, and the change doesn't make any sense, I don't have to explain to you why we shouldn't change it. We've been using the term breastfeeding forever. Everybody knows what it is. You're the one suggesting the change. You have to explain it. It's not up to me. You're proposing the change, so that's something that you have to defend. Why is this necessary? But, of course, you can't defend it. The only defense is that, well, it makes trans people feel better. Why does it make them feel better? Number one. So we talk about breastfeeding, that makes them feel sad. Why? And then the second question is, why should I care that much in the first place? Why should we have to go through this great effort to change a term that everybody has been using forever and that has caused no problems for anybody? And now we got to change it because a couple trans people had their feelings hurt. Explain that to me. Well, I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Matt Walsh Show. If you did, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and click the notification button to get more content like this. If you want to watch or listen to the full show, head to dailywire.com and subscribe today. You can also listen to my podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.